At one point, we were trying out different restaurants. Well, we were stuck at one restaurant, right, buying just like pizza and a beer, right? But then we decided to go to this like little like taco shop, Mexican
like
little
Mexican
restaurant, yeah. And was it was hot, and I was gonna order a michelada, but then I realized the cost of the michelada was like $15, right? And I'm like, nah, you know what? Se me antoja, but not that much, not $15 worth, right? Anyhow, so we went back this past weekend, right? We went.
Yeah, we've been going like every weekend for over a month now.
Yeah, so we went this past weekend, and they called our order, which we got like some carne asada fries type of thing, and I was getting the order, and I noticed that somebody had ordered a michelada, but what caught my attention, that I even mentioned it to Chelo, was that because in the picture it's a plastic clear cup, right?
With their logo, no?
No, it doesn't have their logo,
Oh.
and it has a rim around, like with like chamoy, and I think they put tajin, and then they decorate the cup with like chamoy, like all over the cup, right? So it looks good, and then they put that piece of
The tamarindo stick.
yeah, like a tamarindo stick. So it looks like, oh man, these look good, right? But what I realized, which I kind of want to get your take, we briefly touched on it, but I'm very, very curious what people have to think. So what I realized is that, yeah, they have this clear cup. I literally saw the girl was kind of trying to be like fast when she did it. Yeah, she really did. She kind of looked around. She went to the fridge. She got a michelada from the fridge, the ones that you can buy from 7-Eleven. Like
Do you remember the brand?
I think it was the Budweiser one, I believe. Right? So so she got it. She opened it. Well, she got the clear cup. She put chamoy like inside of the clear cup, and then she opened the michelada one from that you can get from 7-Eleven, right?
That's like $5.
Yeah, and then she just poured it on there, and she put the rim on top. She put the tamarindo candy little stick on top, and they sold it.
Your order's ready.
And they sold it for $15, right? When I think the michelada at 7-Eleven, I think it's a little like what, like $5?
Yeah, it is $5.
So they're profiting a good like $10 out of it. It's around there, approximately at least half.
Yeah,
they're making at least half of it. When I saw that, I was like, what the heck? I almost feel like cheated on, right? When it comes down to that, because I'm like, dude, like I really thought it was a homemade michelada.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, what the heck? I thought at first, my first initial thought was, man, that's kind of messed up, man. You know, like you guys are just getting a freaking michelada from 7-Eleven, just pouring it in a cup and just decorating it, and here you go.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Okay, so I remember when we first started going to the restaurant, Angel, you were the one that pointed out the whole michelada thing before you even saw all of this. Right. And I remember seeing the picture, and I was like, damn, that looks bomb. Yeah. And then when I saw the price, I was like, hell no, $15 for a michelada, they're crazy. Yeah. Now that you figure this out, I'm just like, I'm glad we never got one.
But what's your thought about that? You think that's good?
That is messed up, but then think about it. When you used to go out to the club, dude, how much will you pay for a bottle? Oh, that was at the store, dude. Like a Bucanas at the store could be like $30-$50. Oh, okay. And you're gonna go to the freaking club and pay 2, 3, 4 times the price.
Oh, that's a very good point. I hadn't thought about it like that.
Like, okay, like for example, right now too, like we went out to dinner, and if you have a drink or just do a shot. Yeah, a shot is like $15-$20.
Okay, but the thing is that maybe I wouldn't feel like the way I felt is if they would have put the can, the picture of the can right next to the clear cup, right? To promote like, hey, it's this that you're buying. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, like saying like, oh, it's the Budweiser brand or the Modelo.
Right. I feel like if they would put the can itself of the michelada and the plastic cup like decorated, like, hey, we're using, this is what you're buying, then I'll be like, oh, okay, well, I'm just buying that, right? And they're making it look cool. Yeah. But my initial thought was, oh, it's homemade, like the michelada mix or whatever. I think that's what bothered me. But to your point, I agree with you. No matter where you go, they're gonna upprice
Yeah.
whatever the item is. So you bring up a good point, but I think to my initial thought was that I was being like scammed.
Hoy Nomas podcast. Clips for full podcast link can be found on description below.
Hoy no más.